Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Do you remember when those bad people called the Nazis burned books and banned books? That was bad. That was bad. So those people were bad for doing that. Now, what you don't know is just that it's half of the story regarding burning books. Because if you just bother to figure out what kind of books they burned, well, maybe you enhance your knowledge. If you know, good job. I disagree with banning books, ideas, words. But look, in the United States of America, colleges of free people, adults, ban words. So you cannot use certain kind of words. About 2 months ago, I just happened to found, a list of banned secret memo in the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services with words that you should not use. And I made a video on that. You go and see it or watch it because I gave you the list and I talked about the reasons they, say you should not use those words. So this is Speech Re-Education in Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, list of forbidden office speech in U.S. government, secret memo. It was not a secret memo because you can access it if you really want. But hey, we have now, in 2025, it's not 1933, when the Nazis did that to the communists and others, I can't say it. All right, so bad, bad, bad. Even if it's bad, I would not ban those words or ideas. I have a problem with that, big problem with limiting the free speech. But you have a new university in Michigan. It's not new, but it's a university in Michigan. It's a Lake Superior State University. Unveils 2025 Banished words list. Have you ever wondered who changes the speech, the vocabulary that we are supposed to be allowed or not allowed or be unacceptable to use? Like, for instance, I'm going to use certain words, like, for instance, talking about the African American, right? Now you have to refer to them in a certain way. Who decides this? I mean, it was good to refer to them as such, 20 years ago, as blacks. Before that, it was, others, colored, Negroes, and all those things. How did that change like that? According to whom? Who dictates the vocabulary? Like for now, if I go and say, he died in a car accident. Oh my God, you can't use that. Why? It's improper. It's insensitive. Says who? You? Who are these arbiters who think that they have a PhD in communication and telling us what is acceptable to speak and what is not acceptable, what words, what semantics. Now you have to say, he passed away, not he died. Who are these people? Well, I'm going to show you one of these people. He's a Dr. David Travis, I think, from Lake Superior State University. I have a picture with him. He decides what is acceptable and not acceptable. Who the hell are you? I'm a free person. Hey, the universities are not kindergartens where you have to police children not to use the words they hear in the household from adults, okay? These are universities where you have adults exchanging ideas, tapping into the real world. And these guys are shaping their vocabulary. Why? Because when they go further, they're going to be regimented in the work or job market. All right, let's start with the first article. Lake Superior, straight from their little site here. Lake Superior State University. Lake Superior State University unveils 2025 banished words list. And they're going to tell you why. So it's cringe goes out. Skibbity, skibbity, skibbity. 100% goes out. Utilize, game changer, era. These are periods. Sorry, not sorry, whatever. If you know, you know. And those beautiful phrases. And I'm going to show you who said that. This is right here. This is your new guru. Somehow he has the power in that institution of knowledge, of education, to police your adult children They're over the age of 18 over there. Adult children, what they could speak and what they could not. Remember this skibidi guy right here, Dr. David Travis. He's a employee of you. He works for a university, state university. That is, out of your taxes, the parents' taxes, they go to this baboon to regiment your child's semantics and vocabulary. Isn't that great? All right, let's look at this. So this is what this baboon says. Words matter. No shit. Old habits can be hard to break. And we, who's we, are happy to serve as a resource for the court of public opinion on what should continue to be part of the English language and what needs to be put to rest, says Lake Superior State President David, doctor. He's a PhD. That's why I met a lot of PhDs, PhDs, and I was like, oh my God. David Travis. So David Travis tells us that we need to, okay? We need to. We are happy, okay? Just for the court of public opinion. Who shapes that? People in general or people like you? On what should continue, like it should, it ought to, be part of the English language and what needs to go away, put to rest. All right, so who is this guy? Right here. This is the guy. Big nose? I don't know, you tell me. So this is Mr. Ryder, Travis Davis, the 11th president of Lake Superior State. Remember, this is an employee, right, that's paid with partly, I think, public money. Let's see the words now. Cringe. While cringe one packed a punch, it has now overstayed its welcome. Says who? David and his bunch. Overuse has dulled its impact, and ironically, using it might, could, may, now cause the very reaction it describes. Saying someone's caused you to cringe or stating that you cringed at something is pretty easy on proper way to use the word, writes Ash from blah 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 blah. Hearing someone say someone is so cringe makes me cringe. Game changer. Do you know that that's a better word right now? Era. Dropped. If you know, you know. What? Sorry, not sorry. Let me give you this. Let me read the list and I'm going to give you this. Sorry, not sorry. Skibidi, skibidi, skibidi. 100%. It is possible to be over enthusiastic about retiring, the phrase retiring. You see, they use euphemisms. Banning, okay? Banning, absolutely, says absolutely. Hey, absolutely is not 100%. It is. Utilize and period. I heard Biden saying many times in the United States of America, period. All right? So these guys, remember, these are words. I don't even read the meaning. I'm an immigrant, obviously, black joint, and you can hear, you can, okay? So for me, I'm like an alien. Coming from a different culture, propaganda is regimented differently than these baboons here. So I had my baboons over there, now I'm with these baboons here, okay? Because baboons stick together. Okay, so as a baboon from Romania, I came here to baboons here, and I'm thinking, why do these guys need to explain to me why era dropped, if you know, you know, sorry, not sorry, skibidi are wrong words. For me, they're not wrong whatsoever. You know why? Because they make a connection somewhere in the past, distant past, when those words probably offended some. Offended. I'm offended all the time, even by these people's presence. What should I do about that? I can get offended at every second, my friends. Grow up. So as a guy from, a cultured somewhere else coming here, will not understand why these words are banned. It was in the other memo from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, it was the word picnic banned. Picnic. For me, it was, what the fuck, a picnic, go and eat outside. But no, picnic could, bring to some distant memories of something some people did to some other people. Just like this. But it is, we're going to destroy the general rule or use of the term for the entire society for that. For the special rule, we destroy the general rule. Now, if we do this, we're going to destroy or deconstruct a society. Who are the promoters of deconstruction? Those sociologists from what? Oh, you say Frankfurt School and critical theory? Go and check that out. All right, my friends, words are banned, are too dangerous. This is the free world. Now, I understand if I go, let's say, to in a certain kind of group or on a meeting where it pretends to be sophisticated. The word is pretend, because we pretend. Okay, most. Pretend to be sophisticated. And someone comes over there and use some bad language. Okay, well, are you going to put him in prison? Let's say about cursing. All you can say is that why did he use those words? Wanted to overemphasize things? Is because he's like that? What's going on? Are you going to ban him? Going to get him out from the sophisticated level? You can have, certain kind of behavior, but the kids were asked about that? Or just the decision was made? Who are these people who tell us that today we can use this word, tomorrow we can't, and they give us this? Remember with this, when you go in your environment, you have 49% of the population will be disarmed by being told, are you mansplaining? And I'm like, what? I'm explaining to you why you're a baboon right here. I bring evidence, logic. That's mansplaining. So you're supposed to shut the hell up. They disarm you. Well, that's one of our advantages. Brain, logic, factual evidence, chronology. I know it's not yours, but they disarm you from using and beating their ass in their little... All right? The same with many other things. I mean, after all, we're stronger, but hey, no violence, physical, you're a baboon. No, it's illegal. It's illegal to... Okay, so they already disarmed something you have. But on the other hand, the tricky words, the little schemes are allowed. Why? Because that is their advantage, not yours. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? I hope you do, because if you don't, well, look into it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.